In this tutorial, we will look into the use of multitasks, which can execute two or more AutoTasks in one action. Multitasks are created within the AutoTask Manager, which is found from IFP Home by selecting Databases Files, AutoTask Manager. To create a multitask, press Add on the toolbar. This will bring up the AutoTask editor. Start by giving the multitask a relevant name and add suitable notes. Next, add the required AutoTasks. Click the Add button and select your first AutoTask. Repeat this process until you have all the required AutoTasks in the correct order and press Save. Note, these AutoTasks are executed in the order as shown in the AutoTask editor. Hence, take care to list dependent AutoTasks in the correct logical order. That is, import new item codes before importing actual values. These can be reordered if required using the arrow buttons. This multitask will now be visible in the AutoTask Manager. The following example shows best practices for creating and running multitasks. To begin, you should add a database backup so that you have a copy of the database before the changes take effect. After this, an AutoTask could be run to import item codes into the database so that new item codes are available when importing data. Next, you could apply item code mapping models, setting classification variable values that are not included in the source file, such as business units. Then, you can import monthly actuals data, which the database will now be ready to receive after carrying out the first 3 AutoTasks. Finally, you could build project output using the data that has just been imported to create the latest versions of a collection of graphs, reports, and dashboards. Executing the whole process should take no longer than 30 seconds for a typical database. This is much quicker than running each AutoTask separately. When running a multitask, the output window will be displayed, allowing you to view the results of each AutoTask separately. A Warning Messages tab may also be displayed. This will show any warnings associated with the import AutoTasks that were run. Each import will have its own heading and can be viewed by scrolling down the page. Our Help Center has details on how to resolve these issues. Multitasks can be managed in several ways using the AutoTask Manager toolbar. One important example is viewing the run history of the multitask. Access to multitasks and AutoTasks is restricted by security settings via group policies and database user profiles. Generally, we would expect these tasks to be managed by local administrators. The majority of users will not have access to these features. For further information on this topic, search for multitasks in our Help Center.